flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be fielded at the 8. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
But that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Okay, 53, Mike. No chance. Express. Check. Express. Check. 53's Mike. Hey, watch the ball.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. It's a second down run with Sanders. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 54 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25. Yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Oh, what a juke into space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hurry! 90 is the mic. Come on. Switch. Regular. Kill. My touch.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage...
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 60 yards, as his guys are on the board here. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You better be afraid of me. Express! You better be afraid of me. Mike, 50. Express! 53. Mike. Hey, here I come.
Running right. Here's Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
47-yard line.
Ready? 780. Check. 53 is mine. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 8. Gun.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch twist. Gun. Mike 96.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
Under 10. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Check three, check three. Alert, 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 alert. Hurry, hurry.
Here's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. The 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
On first down, it's Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Switch. Great. 29 is the mic. Look at it.
They'll run with Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Check 52.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
14, Eagles 10.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Come on, the ball. Check. Great. 53. Check 53.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
The stop made by Myles Garrett. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. This is caught. It's Cooks. 20. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Watch the slant.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Mike, 53.
On 3rd down, it's Taylor. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run the counter. Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All day, punt. 8. Bang, bang. Express. Motion backfield.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run with Taylor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. And from down in Miami, an update. The Jets out to an early lead over the Dolphins. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. I'm coming. I'm coming. Go, go. Hurry, hurry.
A first down throw from Mayfield. He's going to let it go deep for the... And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. A final shot before the break. Newton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And again, it's Chubb. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taylor now returning it. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Express! Motion. 53.
Now they toss out wide to Sanders. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40.
Check it back, check it back. Shift. 49, check 49, check 49. Kill. Regular. Kill. Check 50, check 50. Check out. Hurry.
A run for Nick Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Chubb. 8 yards on the run there, and that leads. Leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
Sidney Jones in on the stop.
Baby.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Set for 20. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Hey, watch it. Say, alert 33. We get. Hey, switch gears.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Running for it. Here's Chubb. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway. This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Shit.
On the ground, it's Chubb. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taywan Taylor there to make the grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have
this is taken in. It's complete. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Here's Taylor. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
You got nothing.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a first and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey there to make the grab as they have taken the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Next to score, Eagles 31, Browns 28.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first and 10, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Chubb. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Swift. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check. Lucky.
Now Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
First down, Browns.
180.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Check 43.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. And the Bucs having little problem in that one. They've just opened the lead a bit further. A win would be their first of the young season. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Gun.
They'll go again with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Gun.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. Browns drive about to get started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Cleveland, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give, how much blood, what you bleed. I'ma tell you I'm a